videos. In today's session, let's continue with the remaining timers what we left in the previous session. So let's go ahead and start the one. Okay. So yesterday's session we used constant throughput timer, right? So let's open the same scenario. And yesterday's session we discussed about constant throughput timer and precise throughput timer. So hope you know how to use them and what are the benefits. So yeah, so let's go ahead and use today's session. Let's discuss about throughput sharpening timer. So how to add it? Go to the timers and there is a throughput sharpening timer. Okay. So today's session we will discuss synchronizing timer and throughput sharpening timer. So let's get started. So I already added one, so let's disable one. Okay, so throughput sharpening timer is also one of the timer. This is also used to handle the request per second. Okay, so here RPS, right, request per second. See, it says that request per second you want to schedule. Here you have a lot of options. You can add how many requests you want to handle. So start with 1 RPS and go all the way to 10 requests per second. And what is the duration you want to happen this one? Let's say in 1 hour I want to have in 3600 seconds. Okay, I want to have start with 1 RPS then ends with 10 RPS, right? Something like that you can have it, and it will slowly start with 1 and slowly increases the TPS until it reaches the 10 at the end of the test. Okay, this is one of the way. Let's say in your test, right, you want to run a test for 1 hour duration. Let's say you want to run for 1 hour duration. In that case, with one user for now. Okay, so any number of users doesn't matter as long as you know the transaction request per second, right? Okay, so if you want to know, right, let's say if you know the workload model, you know, like how many number of users, what is the request per second you want to achieve. So you will be getting that workload model from your stakeholders. Okay, so let's say I want to send 10 requests per second. Okay, 10 requests per second. At the end of the test also I have to maintain the same 10 requests per second. So what is the time I want to maintain? 3600 seconds. Okay, so how many it will achieve, right? You should know. Per second 10 means 3600 seconds into 10. If you make that many requests, it will make, guys. Okay, let's say go to calculator and 3600 seconds, that means 1 hour into 10, right? If you make, so 36,000 requests it will make. Okay, all together. Okay, let's say you have two requests here. Okay, so it won't consider how many requests you have in script. It is only considers how many requests it has to send per second. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have 100, only it sends only 10 requests per second. Okay, next second it will send remaining 10. So that way it has a control. You have a control of how many requests you have to send per second. Okay, let's say I want to send only for 2 seconds, right? So in 2 seconds per second I am saying 10 requests. In 2 seconds means how many? So I have to give here in seconds, right? I have to mention in 2 seconds. Okay, or 2 minutes. Let's say I want to make it in 2 minutes. So how many requests will send per second? 10, right? So end with 10 and run it for 2 minutes. Okay, so 120 into 10. So how many will make? 1200 and I think 1200, right? Yeah, so 1200 requests you will make. So you can run it and see how many requests it will make. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it. It is more like requests per second. So it will control requests per second based on the this scheduling. Okay, and you can add one more row. So here you have no multiple options. After this 1 hour, what you want to do? You want to again run with one request or no. So you can start with again 10 and again go with 20. Likewise, you can do the uh, scheduling in different way. Let's say I want to first start with 10 minutes with 10 requests per second. Then another 11th minutes onwards, I want to increase to 20. Okay. Then you see a similar behavior. First 10 minutes it will be, first 2 minutes it will be 10 requests per second. Then after at the 11th minute you are targeting 20 requests. At the end of the TPS also 20 minutes. Again you want to maintain for 120 minutes. Okay. Then again you want to add one more TPS. This time I want to start with 30. Okay. Again you want to have 30 for end of the test for again 120 second, that means 2 minutes. So something like that you can constantly increase the TPS and you can maintain different TPSs. So you have more control on TPS. How you want to achieve, you can do it. Okay, this is more advanced approach. Here you don't have precise throughput, constant throughput. You don't have that kind of no making less and making high in between the test. But throughput sharpening timer, you have the control of handling the request per second however way you want. Okay, that is the major advantage of having this request per second. And using the throughput sharpening timer, you can use throughput whichever way you want to handle it. Okay, so you can start with 10 TPS, then after 10 minutes you can increase to 20. After 10 minutes you want to make it 30 or 50. However way you want, you can make it by adding a add row, and you can do the same way. Okay, for now I am deleting these two. First we'll concentrate on only these ones. Okay, so now 120 into 10, 1200 requests it will make in 2 minutes of the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the test. Okay, okay, so you should see total 1200 in 2 minutes. Okay, so that is all about this throughput sharpening timer. Okay, so it will run for 2 minutes, 1200 requests. So we can see all of them once the test completes. So this is all about throughput sharpening timer. Even you can increase the throughput sharpening timer after you add this one. By default, this throughput sharpening timer, it won't come. Okay, you have to you have to add the plugin manager, then only we'll have this throughput sharpening timer. Wherever you see jp underscore gc, right, it is a customized throughput sampler. When you add the plugin manager, then only it will have the throughput sharpening timer. Okay, so you have a lot of install plugins, right? See, you have throughput sharpening timer. If you select and install this one, then only it will work. Otherwise you won't see this throughput sharpening timer. This is customized. Don't think that whenever you open jmeter and you see this one, you think that I think so where did he get this throughput sharpening timer? How come he get it this throughput sharpening timer? This is all about plugin manager. If you install plugin manager, then you go to available plugins, you can see the throughput sharpening timer. You can also search here. Already I installed it, so I can see them here. See, throughput sharpening timer. If you install it, then only it will be displayed under timers. Okay, otherwise it won't display. By default you will see remaining timers, not the this one. Okay, so that is very important. You must have plugin and you have to install throughput sharpening timer, otherwise you won't see it, guys. Okay, always remember that. That is one of the uh, important information. Now go here and 2 minutes is over, and you can see how many requests it got completed. It should complete 1200. See, almost it completed 1200, and it did a little more also. Okay, so 1 second we gave ramp up, right? So that is ramp up also 10 it added. Okay, so 120 seconds is the test execution time, and 1 second ramp up. So it executed total almost near to 1210 requests. Okay, so it should be 1210. If you go down, I think it's did this many. So this is almost you reach to that many particular TPS in your test. Okay, so this is the way you can use it, throughput sharpening timer. Okay, it doesn't matter how many requests you have. Even though you have 100 requests, it will send only 10 requests per second. Okay, that is the very important thing you should remember here. So whatever you mention, let's say you mention 100 requests per second, then what if you have 100 requests underneath this thread group, it will send all the 100 requests in 1 second time duration. Okay, so this is very helpful to achieve the request per second. Okay, if you want more information, see it says this is custom plugin. You have to, here also it says jmeter.plugins.org. You need to use that plugin manager to install this throughput sharpening timer, otherwise you won't see it. By default, constant throughput and precise throughput timer will be available for you to test. So always try to use this one. This is as more customized way. You can make up and down. You can do a lot of things with throughput sharpening timer. Okay. Some interviews they may ask you. Let's say first 10 minutes I want to give 10 RPS. Then I want to increase to 50 RPS. How do you do it? Okay, then you have to tell them that you have to use the throughput sharpening timer. Okay, so that is very important option, guys. Okay, so this is all about throughput sharpening timer. Hope you guys should understand the concept, how to use it in your project. If you have any doubts, right, leave me the message in the YouTube and I will respond to you guys if you have any questions or clarity on this. Okay, so yeah, this is all about throughput sharpening timer. Let's go ahead and complete the remaining timers what we have in the timers section. So we almost covered most of them. I think this is the only we have left, synchronizing timer. Okay, synchronizing timer, sometimes they won't ask you in interviews direct question, they will ask you in different way. Then you should know what is the use of synchronizing timer. Let's say we have 10 users. Okay, and okay, and we want to run for 1 hour duration. Okay, then if you want to run for 1 hour duration, then let's clear this one, and let's say I want to trigger all the 10 requests at once, right? This debug sampler, then I want to wait for some time, then I want to hit all the uh, 10 users has to hit at the same time. Okay, let's say concurrency purpose. Let's say after login I want to test with 100 users, all the users has to hit the login functionality at once. Okay, there is a scenario concurrently you want to hit all at once at the same time. How do you handle in the JMeter? Okay, in load runner we have Rendo's point, right? The similar concept also here in JMeter synchronized timer we will use it. What it does is it will stop all the users. Once all the users reaches the synchronized timer, it will get released. Then all the users will go and click on this dummy sampler. Okay, so here you can mention number of users to be users to stop. Okay, I want to, let's say only 5 users I want to simulate for this synchronizing timer. Okay, and timeout in milliseconds, how much time they have to wait. Let's say I want to wait for 1 second duration. Okay, then all the 5 users will get released at the same time. The time you can see here in the start time okay, table. Okay, in view results table, if you see the start time for all the 5 users, you will have the same start time. Okay, that is all about synchronized timer. How many users you want to get released at the starting of the test? Okay, how much time I want to wait? Okay, so as a ramp up time we have 1 second, right? So I am giving wait for 1 second and release all the 5 users at once. What it does is all the 5 users will go and run the dummy sampler at once. Remaining 5 users will go normally. As soon as they start, they will go and start executing this dummy sampler and dummy sampler one. Whereas 5 users will wait to execute all at once the dummy sampler, then they will go to this dummy sampler 1. So let's see that one. Okay, let's save this one and clear the view results tree, and let's try to run it, and we should see the difference, guys. Okay, so yeah, see. Okay, let me stop the test, and we should be able to see the user. See, first user started at this time, second user, there is a gap, right? So after reaching 5 users, if you see here, right, almost 4 to 5 users got sent at the same time. Okay, so with a very milliseconds gap. Okay, so that is all about this one. Okay, so mostly it will release all the users at the same time. Okay, that is all about that timer, synchronized timer. If you want to release any particular transaction or no anything, you can use that particular one, and you can make it happen. Okay, so let's say, let me add some delay between these two samplers. We can have more precise way to uh, measure this. Okay, let's say we'll add a constant timer of just 100 milliseconds. Okay, so yeah, so now what it happens is it will wait for 500 milliseconds before hitting this request, right? So if you run this time, right, it will show you how it is going to run the test. Okay, that way also we can measure. Okay, see, if you see, right, all of sudden all the 5 requests will be getting triggered. Okay, so okay, so that is all about synchronized timer. All the requests will get triggered at once. Here it is not real scenario, right? It is not taking much time to get the response, so we won't be seeing much difference. But in real time, right, we will see the exactly all 4 requests will get triggered at once. Okay, so that is the way we can see the timers. It will get stopped and it will get triggered. Okay, so yeah, so that is all about synchronized timer. If you see here, right, 601 6067. So oh, we can see the, we can go with even thread name also. Okay, and see how they got triggered, and what sampler they got triggered, which sampler you got triggered first. All the details you can see here. Okay, the main synchronized timer is, like how many users you want to simulate, and what is the time you want to wait. Let's say I want to wait this time to make it understand better, right? Let's give it for no here. Okay, sorry, here my bad, I gave only 1 millisecond, so you have to give minimum 1000 milliseconds. Okay, let's give 2000 millisecond. That way you can understand very better way. So there is a time gap in 2 seconds. It will wait for 5 users. Once the 5 users reaches, then automatically it will release all the users. Okay, now let's run for only uh, yeah, let it run and see. Okay, I think previously I gave 1 second. That is the reason it is not waiting for all the users. If you give 2 seconds or 3 seconds gap, then you should see the results very clearly. Okay, so let's go here. See, guys, see here, so all are within milliseconds delay, right? Okay, so all 57 with some delay, so we got getting triggered. Okay, so if you want to make such way, see here, if you see right here, all got triggered at once. Okay, okay, let me stop the test. I think it's running too much load. Okay, so I think my system got hang. Okay, so I think I have to stop, or okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I don't know, it's not responding. Okay, so either I have to stop, and If you see here, right, at let me take the snapshot. You can see the exact timing. Okay, if you see here, right, all the 5 users got triggered at the same time. Okay, see here also, right, at least 3 users got triggered at the same time. Okay, likewise you should be seeing some users will be getting triggered at the same time. Okay, so that is all about synchronization timer. It will get released at the same time, guys. Okay, so that is very very important to understand. Okay, that is all about synchronization timer, where all the users will get released at the same particular time, whatever time you mention in the synchronized timer. Okay, hope you understand and try by yourself. Give some time here. Synchronized timer as 1 minute or no, uh, see how many users are getting triggered. Okay, and observe the behavior. Okay, so what it does is this one we will use it for spike testing. Let's say I want to use it, which cases will use synchronized timer, right? Let's say I want to do the spike testing. All of a sudden I want to hit 100 requests or 100 logins at a time, okay, to the application. Then you can use synchronization timer and release all the 100 users at once and see how the application behavior. Okay, such cases you can use the synchronization timer. Okay, so this is very easy. Hope you guys understood the synchronization timer. I think that's all for today's class. I think we covered most of the topics in thread timers. Okay, so let's start next topic in next session. I will start next session some of the other things. Okay, so thanks for watching, and please do subscribe. Please let others know by watching my sessions. Okay, so thank you. See you guys in next session. Bye for now.